What's going on, JR Aviation? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to beautiful sunny Michigan, where we bring you the latest new airplane purchase reveal video. The plane is right behind me. You probably know what it is just by that, or right about there where you can make out that there is no strut on this plane. That's right, we just bought a Cessna 210, and it's not just any 210. Let me explain. So right off the bat, you can see it is a strutless 210, which is new for us. Every 210 on the channel so far has been strutted. The 61B, the 64D, but now we're stepping it up a notch to the ABCDEFGHIJKL. Yes, 210L. And to kick it up a notch from there, this plane is turbocharged. That's right, this is a Cessna T210L with the Continental TSIO 520 engine. Makes 285 horsepower continuous. The later ones were bumped to 315 on takeoff because it runs a lot more boost for 5 minutes. So this plane just runs the full, I think, 32.5 inches. But this thing is an absolute beast of an airplane. 6 seats, and these are 6 real seats. It's not like the D model where the rear 2 seats are for little snacks and bags. You can actually put 2 humans back there. The baggage door is huge. Let me show you that. Useful load, we're talking, I think, 1,450 pounds. Just a monstrous carrying capability. Here's the big baggage area. We've got a ton of random stuff back here, but it's not even close to filling it up, and we're not even close to the weight limits, even when we fill it up with the full 90 gallons of fuel. So of course, with the K model in 1970, they went with the tubular gear, which stows back here, which is what gave them more room for the bigger cabin back here. And yeah, they can sometimes be a little problematic, but if you take care of them, they'll do just fine. And this plane is out of a fresh annual here at EAS. They did a great job, great shop, great guys. I'll link them down below if you're in the southern Michigan area. They said the plane was in fantastic condition mechanically. I know cosmetically, it's not perfect. You know, the paint is starting to fade a little bit. There's some chips and stuff. It's not terrible. I think with a detail, a polish, and some touch-ups, it'll look a lot better. I don't know if it's worth repainting. It's a lot of money to repaint a plane, and I don't know if we'll keep this for a long time. It was just, once again, a great deal. We had to jump on it, but you guys can go ahead and comment down below. Should we try to just buff and polish the paint and, you know, call it a day, or should we make it one-of-a-kind exterior? We can also do something with the interior if we want, but I would feel bad ripping out a perfectly good interior. These seats are in great shape. Yeah, they're very, like, probably 80s or 90s, but it's not terrible in here, so you guys can comment down below on that as well. If I didn't mention already, we are flying this plane across the entire country in one day. You guys remember, a couple videos ago, flying the Cherokee eastbound across the whole country to pick up our new airplane? Well, yeah, this is the new airplane, and we're flying it back all in one day. 1,600 miles approximately. So this is going to be a very, very long day. There's Christian coming out of the cafe. We got Caleb over there too, our CFI. He's excited to get behind the yoke on this plane. Christian and I are, of course, looking forward to learning a lot. This is not your typical Cessna 172. We will have our training work cut out for us.
That is true. Good that you're in the right seat to watch all the engine management on this turbocharged engine, and our CFI in the left seat.
Yeah, for this first leg, of course, we'll have Caleb in the left seat just to get familiar with the plane. But I'll happily be over here because I need to manage this engine. We're talking turbocharged, we're talking may not go lean and peak, rich a peak, turbo inlet temperatures, you know, cowl flaps we got for cooling. These engines are notorious for running pretty hot, so I gotta be on my A game to make sure we keep the temps under control and we keep the fuel flow under control, because this thing will just tear through the fuel. So we gotta lean it properly without damaging anything. So I'll have my work cut out for me. We got a nice Garmin, I forgot what this is, 375. It's one of those GPSs. It does not have a comm built in because we already have 2 comms down here. So this is a really good GPS hooked up with the S-Tech 55X autopilot. It's a great autopilot. Older style engine monitor over there where it's a step. You got to click through them, which isn't ideal, but overall a lot better than average. Okay, Caleb, you ready to rumble?
Dude, I'm ready. Excited for this experience.
This is a big flight.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we just did it yesterday, the whole day in the Cherokee, and now we get to do it in something a little more comfy and a little quicker.
Help us get there all the way in one day today. That's the plan, but
all right,
we'll see how the weather turns out, if it's willing to cooperate with us. Home by tonight.
Awesome. Well, he finished up his pre-flight earlier. We just got the food loaded up, so we're saying goodbye to the Cherokee one last time. This might be the last time we see the plane. I don't know. We got a buyer who's interested in it, so it's gonna be tough to see it go. If you missed last video, it didn't skip a beat flying across the whole country. Looks so good, freshly polished and ceramic coated. This is really a one-of-a-kind Cherokee. A Cherokee 235 on top of that. What a hot rod of a basic kind of airplane. Such an awesome plane this was. Maybe we'll still have it, maybe not. This might be the last time you guys see it on our channel. And as always, step number 1 when we get a new plane, after a fresh oil change. We're adding cam guard, you already know. Of course, when the plane's sitting, it helps fight corrosion and rust from building up. It reduces that metal on metal wear for the cam and lifters, prevents engine deposits, condition seals. Yeah, all that is very good stuff. So easy with the cowling off. While we were just checking it out, make sure everything looks good under here. This plus Phillips 2050 is my favorite setup. All right, here we go, ready to go. Here we go, filling up those long range tanks for this huge journey. We should only need to stop once for fuel, which is saying something, given that we're traveling west across the entire country with some headwinds. What are you seeing up there, Christian? 90 gallons, right, total? 45 aside?
Yes, sir.
Usable, how much? It might all be usable.
Doesn't say.
Okay.
Maybe in Cessna's high wing, that's all.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it's all usable. 90, we'll check that, but this is gonna be an expensive fill up, I'll tell you that. It's already got nearly half tanks. It already took 23 gallons over here.
Clear.
Real quick guys, I want to give a huge shout out and thanks to the sponsor of today's video, DraftKings.
The football season is finally here.
And a new season means new ways to get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook of the NFL.
I think it's safe to say that we all love watching football, but being able to throw a few bucks at your favorite team or your favorite player to score a touchdown just really adds to the fun. If you didn't know already, Christian and I are huge Pittsburgh fans, so I really hope their sports teams bring it this year. DraftKings has a really sweet offer for JR Aviation viewers. Any new customer who bets just $5 on any wager will instantly get $250 in bonus bets. But wait, there's more. DraftKings is also giving you 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app using the link down below and be sure to use promo code JR Aviation when signing up so you can get all those bonuses. And don't worry, if sports betting is not yet available in your state, you can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot at winning cash prizes. Thank you DraftKings for supporting the channel, making videos like this possible. Now without further ado, back to the 210.
Flaps are full of bank like controls once again. Left, right.
16, 90. Usually takes a second to pull the pump up there. There it is.
So for whatever reason, my GoPro once again decided not to capture the audio on these first couple clips. Don't worry, the rest of the video is just fine, but basically I'm gonna have to voice over what happens here. And something crazy happens in just a second. So right now I'm just clicking through all the different settings on the engine monitor, getting a feel for it, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Christian yells, "Oh my goodness!" And that's when Caleb and I whip our heads to see what Christian's talking about. Obviously something is very wrong, and indeed something did go very wrong. The plane that was landing right next to us on the runway that we were about to depart from ground looped. It was a tail dragger.
Holy crap! Oh!
Looks like we have a ground.
So long story short, we had to switch runways and taxi down to the other side of the airport. Winds were pretty calm, so it wasn't a big deal. But I surely hope whoever was in that plane is totally safe and that the plane wasn't too badly damaged. So that could have been much worse, but pretty crazy. I've never witnessed that happen in real life. So anyway, now we're at the end of the runway, about to depart. We felt very comfortable departing. So we're gonna slowly work in the throttle because these turbocharged engines can easily overboost, so you don't wanna just shove it in. Caleb's gonna be handling the takeoff while I am hyper monitoring these gauges, making sure everything is good. If anyone sees something they don't like, we're gonna call it out and we're gonna stop if there's runway remaining and obviously assess further. But
Yep, still good, still good, still good. We'll feel the turbo come in. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
you'll see me here stepping through to see which is the hottest cylinder. Of course, that's what I care about right now. Engine is full rich, so I'm not worried about TIT or any sort of leaning. I'm worried about cylinder head temps. So of course we kept the nose pretty low and it was not that hot of a day, but I still wanted to set it on the hottest cylinder because you can't monitor all of them at once. I had to find which one it was, and it was cylinder number 1 in this case. And believe it or not, it didn't even get over 380 degrees in the climb. So whatever baffling setup this has or how they dialed in the fuel flow, whatever they did, this thing is pretty on point because without an intercooler, these can easily run pretty hot. But the CHTs, oil temp, everything like that was well under control. So let's proceed here to altitude and get on our way to our first fuel stop in Oklahoma, I think. Let's roll.
Great Lakes approach, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo VFR request.
Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, Great Lakes, Fort Kalamazoo, altimeter 29091, say altitude request.
Altitude is 5,800. We'd like to request VFR flight following to Kilo Echo Lima Kilo 732 Golf Kilo.
Come on, give it to me. Approach Centurion 732 Golf Kilo. Did you get our VFR request there?
Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, Great Lakes, Coast Flight 6204.
6204, 32 Golf Kilo. Thank you.
November 0, Victor Papa Flight heading 280. 2 Golf Kilo, radar contact 2 miles on northwest of the Sturgis Airport. Stay altitude to maintain VFR on course.
Currently at 9,000 and climbing, and we'll remain on course to Golf Kilo. All right, guys, we got our flight following. Squawk code is in, and we are well on our way. Crazy, almost 10,000 feet already. Okay, guys, they're keeping us at 10,000 for now, so we're just dialing in cruise setting, which is 27.5 inches, and then we're pulling back the prop.
And Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, sorry, I'm working a couple of frequencies. I partially got stepped on. You're looking to climb VFR up to 12,500?
That is correct. Last controller told us to stay below 10,000 feet. 732 Golf Kilo.
732 Golf Kilo, roger. Climb and maintain 12,500. After that, altitude is your discretion.
732 Golf Kilo up to 12,500.
All right, guys, clear to go back up. Good thing I didn't dial in the leaning.
All for it to change.
Yeah, all for it to change, so we're on our way back up. The autopilot's working great. We went to nav mode, and it made the perfect turn on course, so this is awesome. Quite the upgrade from the Cherokee hand flying for 1,500 miles. Okay, here we go. Take a mental note of our fuel flow. It's 100 now. I think they said this should be good for like 86. Okay, guys, TIT's coming up, 1540. We can go a little more. All right, I guess we can see if it'll go Lena Peak. Feel for roughness.
I'm sorry, what is your current indicator?
We got to make this kind of quick because you don't want to hang out in the dangerous zone. So we're going to watch that number and tell me if it goes down.
It went down.
300 knots even.
And 20 now.
We're going back down. Feels good to me. Did it peak at 1,600?
Did.
That's 50 Lena Peak. Holy crap. It went Lena Peak. Look at that fuel flow. Super low. Wow. I'm a happy camper, guys. I love Lena Peak. Cool cylinders. Great fuel economy. But usually these engines can't run it because it's just the inbounds fuel flow will really screw you up. Usually need gammies, but I looked and I don't think I saw gammies. Unless if we don't have gammies and it's running this smooth Lena Peak, then that's kind of crazy. I'm gonna guess we have gammies if it's running this smooth Lena Peak. Feels great. Oh, that was so easy. I'm so glad it has a TIT on there. All right, so that's 50 Lena Peak TIT, which is a real good setting. We're at 79 pounds per hour divided by 6. We'll call it 78 for easy math. That's 13 gallons an hour. Huh. 13 gallons an hour. The turbo 210. Cool.
And how much do we have on board total? About 90, right?
90.
Yeah.
That'll
get us quite a way.
So we could even turn it up a little bit. Now that we're good Lena Peak, I might increase 2,400 RPMs. Well, I'll play with it, guys. Dial it in perfect, but this is looking great so far. Okay, guys, thanks to the fancy Garmin 375 here, we were able to compute true airspeed. So we're looking at 157 knots, I think it was showing, which happens to be our ground speed as well. But 157, Lena Peak, that's pretty good. Of course, if you want to go faster, you can, probably up to 170, but then you're drinking the gas. We're content right here, so we'll leave it for a bit. Check this out. Because of the built-in GTX 345 transponder that hooks into here, it's pretty trick. So we have ADS-B in now. So look at that. We got traffic. Heck yeah, the whole way here in the Cherokee. Not great without the traffic. And we should have weather, right? So look at that ADS-B weather as well, even though we won't have to worry about weather the whole day today. Pretty much. We do have some built-in oxygen and some cannulas, so we might mess with that. But for now, we're looking good. We'll update you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, this is a first. Sucking on some oxygen because we're going up. take advantage of the full capabilities of this Turbo 210 and catch some tailwinds. I look so goofy.
Chicago Center, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo. Would like to climb up to 16,500 if that's okay with you.
Sure, November 732 Golf Kilo, maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR and we're climbing 16.5, 732 Golf Kilo.
Thanks for letting me know.
Okay, here we go. Mixture first. All right, full rich. All right,
Cool, we'll go to 25 on RPM manifold.
All right, guys, up we go. We'll see how the true airspeed changes. We were 157 before.
Doing 154, so we'll see how that changes.
Up we go.
10,000.
Oak City Regional Business Airport. Automated weather observation. Wind 060 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 24. Dew point 09er. Altimeter 3007. Remarks. Density altitude 3330.
Elk City traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo. 5 miles northeast, going to cross over midfield, enter left traffic for 35, full stop, Elk City. Hey, everything looks good, CHT, oil temp, oil pressure, 500 feet above the pattern altitude. Elk City traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, crossing over midfield, left traffic, 35, full stop, Elk City.
Here we go, swapping the fuel.
You can go ahead and put 10 degrees of flaps if you wouldn't mind for me. Elk City traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilos, turning a left downwind. For runway 35, full stop, Elk City. Hey, gear coming down.
Right. Down, mine's down.
Hey, got a green light, gears down. I see everything in the mirror. Give myself a long final here. Elk City traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, turning left base, runway 35, full stop, Elk City.
Gas, undercarriage, mixture, drop, full forward, seatbelts on. Ooh. Okay, let me know when you want 20 degrees.
Hey, turning final.
Elk City traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, turning final, Elk City.
Always make sure to include the runway that you're, when you're making those calls, because we could be turning final for runway 7, you know what I mean? Okay, go ahead and full flaps for me, please.
Full flaps.
We're going to do minimal braking and just pull back on the yoke. Save your brakes a little bit. Okay, once again, gear light is down, flaps are full, turn prop full forward. Your speed is right on check.
80.
And it's uphill, they don't need any brakes.
Elk City traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, clear of runway 35, Elk City.
Nice. So it's heavy on the elevator, as they say?
Definitely feels very heavy.
All right, guys, let's head over to gas and fill her up. Bam. Oh my. Over 5 hours later. Oh. Well, I'm matching the plane, repping legit street cars. If you guys know car YouTubers, you know Alex. Well, she made it. What was that, like 5.5 hours? 5 hours or something?
5:21.
5 hours, 21 minutes. Okay, according to my calculations, we should be taking roughly 70 gallons. It's showing we had about 20 remaining, maybe 19. So 70, 71 gallons. Let's see how accurate those notoriously inaccurate Cessna fuel gauges are.
right, cruise update from 6,500 feet instead of 16,500 feet because the winds down here are better than the winds up there, so not using the turbo to its full potential, but even airliners we're hearing on Albuquerque Center requesting down to flight level 20. But we're talking Albuquerque Center, which means that we are almost home. Not quite. Albuquerque Center's huge. We've got 4 hours to go, coming up on El Paso in 300 miles.
Yeah, we were truing out at 16,500. I think true is at the 160. So right now low, such a shame, we're like 135 true. But we're going 143 over the ground because we actually have a tailwind. 144, we have roughly 10 knot tailwind down here. Whereas at 8,500 feet, just 2,000 feet higher, we'd have a 15 knot headwind.
2132 for City Red.
So it's a no-brainer to be here, even though it kind of sucks because I want to run this thing so high, so like efficient and maximize the turbo.
Use it to its full potential.
Yeah, Nick, but Christian, look at the next, show them the next red weather that we got synced in, so check that out, pretty cool.
So once again, we need to fly around restricted area and around the weather over Santa Fe and northern New Mexico. We have to go all the way down to the border.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, no thanks. That looks like a rough ride. So we're repeating the same route, but in reverse.
It kind of hit me that nobody apparently flies through the middle of New Mexico. These restricted areas are like surface to nearly infinity. So I can't believe that airliners and everybody has to go around New Mexico every single day, burning so much more fuel, so much more time. I wonder what's going on there.
Caleb, what are your thoughts? How's it flying?
Flies really well. The controls are a bit heavy, but that's what we know about these 210s. It kind of feels like a tank almost. It's hard to explain, but definitely a lot less nimble, but it feels very stable aircraft.
32 Golf Kilo, contact Lubbock approach 119.2.
Lubbock on 119.2. 732 Golf Kilo.
Lubbock approach, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo is level 6,500.
November 732 Golf Kilo, Lubbock approach, Lubbock altimeter 3008.
082 Golf Kilo.
Oh.
Delicious dinner that we had in this nice large cabin. If we were in anything smaller, we couldn't be using our utensils, but we had a feast in the 210 here. It was great.
Oh yeah. No wonder people love these things. Gosh, I mean, they're just so
luxury
good.
And spacious.
I got my legs kicked up. I'm chilling back here. It's great. I think we're going to remove this seat just to have more room, like even more room. People usually get rid of one of these middle seats. So this will be just a perfect little five-place plane. I mean, you could do 6 people, but that'd be tight. So be sure to comment down below the future with this plane. What should we do? Again, it was just a great deal, so we have to jump on it. I mean, we could throw in a couple Aspens, mess with the panel a bit, even though it's pretty good. An engine monitor would be bad, things like that. And who knows? We might consider selling the plane. If you guys are after a strutless turbo 210, a nice plane with good bones, time left till TBO, fresh annual, all the ADs comply with, including the big SPAR AD. It's a big one. I mean, this thing's turnkey ready to go. So if somebody's dying to have this plane, I don't know, reach out. We might consider selling it, but again, wouldn't mind keeping it for a bit, doing some Montana runs, because this thing is just cross-country machine.
Yeah, exactly. What's better than a late model strutless Centurion? We did the turbocharged Bonanza A36. How did that compare? So it could carry a little more fuel, but not quite the useful load.
Burns more fuel. It would not go lean a peak, so we weren't getting anywhere near the economy. I mean, it probably flies better because it's a Bonanza. A little comfier in the back because it's got the club seating. That's a tough call between the two. Oh, this can carry way more. A36, we were pushing it with weight, with fuel and 4 people. This, you'd still have plenty of room.
But we had 120 gallons on board?
115, no, 109, that one, or something like that.
Okay, we'll check back in. Before the sun goes down, we are racing it for sure.
And we'll have just enough time. As the sun's setting, we'll be coming up on Phoenix. We might be able to see the city lights, and we'll be clear of the big terrain in our way, and we obviously know the area very well because we do this run all the time.
Falcon traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo. Enter an extended left base for runway 22 left will be a full stop, Falcon. Okay, gear is down. I don't see the nose wheel in the mirror. It's too dark, but I do got a green light. Falcon traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilos, turning final, runway 22 left, full stop, Falcon. Show 500 road TPA, right traffic, 22 left, Falcon. That Cameron?
Yeah, that's Cameron.
It's Caleb in the Centurion.
Dude, heck yeah.
Flew all the way back from Michigan today.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's a long flight.
Over 10 hours in the airplane today.
Jeez, time to go home and sleep.
Yep, Falcon traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilo, short final, 22 left, full stop, Falcon. Out right at 80.
Falcon traffic, Oxford 4756,
Keeping it off, and the roll down to the end. Delta 1 here. Falcon traffic, Centurion 732 Golf Kilos, clear of the active taxi into the base.
Wow. Well, guys, she looks amazing back in the hangar, safe and sound after a long, long day.
It has proven itself.
It definitely passed with flying colors. 1,400 nautical miles, which statute miles, it's like 1,550. I mean, we crossed the entire country.
We started in Illinois.
In a different plane.
In a different plane, then flew to Michigan, picked up a different plane and came all the way back to Arizona all in the same day.
That is crazy. We started today in a Cherokee. So, you know, had we started in this plane at 6 a.m., we could have started from New York and probably made it.
However, you have got to give the Cherokee some credit. I think that it performed really well. The trip to Michigan didn't feel like it took that much longer than the trip back. And no autopilot.
It helped that the Cherokee, we had a huge tailwind. We averaged like 150, 155 knots. In this thing, we averaged like a headwind, 140 something knots. So Cherokee was actually faster, that's why it felt quicker. But this was way more comfortable, so it was less taxing on the body, I'd say. Those huge 800-mile legs felt like nothing, so.
How much faster can you go in a piston single? It's pretty much a Malibu?
Yeah, not a whole lot.
The only thing faster?
And then you'd be pressurized, that'd be ultra comfort. So Malibu would be the next step. Once again, thank you so much for embarking on that crazy journey with us. You're wild for that. Last second, 2 days heads up, you're like, yeah, I think I can do it.
Let's roll.
Let's do it. Great memories made. Oh my gosh, so many memories. The DEA nearly getting the Cherokee seized. the people at the hotel, just all the faces. Biggest burritos.
Giant burrito served in a pizza box?
Shout out to Mario at Vernon, Texas.
Mario, and then what? Vijay?
VJ Patel.
VJ from the hotel.
Star Inn.
Lone Star Inn.
Texas.
Underground 1851. Oh my gosh, just so many restaurants and hotels and people and memories along the way. So we highly encourage you to go take your plane cross country. What do you think of the new 210? Be sure to comment down below. It really went off without a hitch. I will admit the only part that I screwed up with the whole engine management, a little bit of a scare for the day. The mixture is very slow to react. So I'm here leaning it, waiting for the TIT to go up, and it's not doing anything. So a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Little did I know, it was doing something the whole time, and I went way too lean, and it started to stumble, and we're like, oh crap, what's going on? And then we realized it's just the mixture was pulled out too quick. So we just quickly put the mixture back in, pulled it back slowly, proper leading procedure, and it was all a-okay. So comment down below, can you name a better plane for $140,000? That's probably what this plane's worth. This is a heck of a lot of plane for that money. Like Chris was saying, 836TC Bonanza, that you're talking minimum another $100,000. So is it worth the extra 100 grand for, okay, a little nicer fit and finish? But again, this has some benefits over the 836, so it's not all better with the Bonanza. So anyway, just comment down below what you think of the 210. If you own a 210, a Stratos 210 like this, or a T210, then please, please, please comment down below. We'd love to hear your feedback, mod suggestions, or what you think of the plane. Another successful buying sight unseen, then flying. It's enough talking, we gotta go to bed. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.